Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kevin and I's channels. Depending on where you're watching, it's being broadcast, I feel like, in multiple locations. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a spiritual way shower, spirit navigator, and my very dear friend, amazing medium, Kevin Lewis, is with us tonight, and we're doing personal readings for you. How are you doing, Kevin?
Doing good, Susan. So fun. Can't wait to spend an hour or an hour and a half or however long we spend together with the powers on. There's no wind. You were noticing the
It's
weather.
true.
It is still out there, which is so good. When we were planning this, I actually looked at the forecast for the weather, truth be told, because I was like, I am not committing to a day that has any sense of wind.
Look, some people might not know, but Kevin and I get together and his power goes out. Like cars run into the power pole or the power. It happens a lot, y'all. It happens more often than you would think. So
Mhm.
Kevin's like, please get the power. So yeah, Kevin and I have a lot of power together, which is awesome. And I got to tell you, if you're new here, sit down because you're about to see some stuff. And I'm not talking about for me. I'm talking about with Kevin. Yeah, so we would also like to say that please leave your questions in the chat. We'll get to as many people as possible. Also, I'd like to say that if we don't get to your question, understand that Spirit can answer your question through other people. Even if it's just a psychic question, or if it's, hey, I want to talk to my dad, you can get a message from your dad
Mm.
by listening to somebody else's dad's message, because Spirit never wastes energy. They have this one shot to talk to you. They're going to make it count. Right? Would you agree, Kevin?
I totally agree. Those piggybacks, it's exactly that. They want to reach as many people. And it's not by coincidence that all of these people are gathering here in this moment. So there's an intelligence to it that reminds us that we're all so connected. And so, yes, they do. They will piggyback the messages. So if it feels like it's for you, although we're reading for somebody else, receive it as a message for you as well. Own it, own it, own it, own it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I know that Kevin's busy looking at the questions.
Right?
So, because he's getting ready for his amazingness. Also, I would just like to say, if you're new here, you happen to stumble across us, or you're like, let me just check this out, give us a few minutes to get going, and then you're about to see some things. These are quick readings, but we are pretty good about this type of work. Kevin and I have worked with thousands of people. We are professionals at this. I would also say that this is not medical advice. It's not financial advice. It's not therapy advice. This is none of those things. If you need professional advice, please seek the advice of a professional in that field. And then we'll get going. What else do I want to tell you? Oh, I meant to say also, please check out Kevin's channel. If you are not familiar with him, Kevin Lewis, the Healing Medium, you can go to his website. It should be in the description. I'm sure my lovely moderators will put it in the chat as well. And if you're interested in anything that I'm doing, classes, events, or whatever, you can check out my website as well. Kevin has events, he has classes, and he's an amazing teacher as well as a medium. So let's get going.
And
Do you want to?
can I
Yes, please.
and of course I know the celebration continues, but just wanted to acknowledge you, Susan, in the 100,000. I was going to say the $100,000 club. When I when I used to run and manage salons, we had the $100,000 club. So that's what just came to mind. But anyways, the 100.
Okay, I'll take it.
Take
I
it.
mean, this does not come with a raise. It comes with a silver plaque, which I love. But I'll take the 100,000.
I had a big
Kevin,
check.
speak it into existence. Go ahead, sir.
Totally. There we go. We just forecasted that for you. But no, truly, just
Appreciate it.
want to acknowledge you in that milestone. It was, I mean, it's well deserved, and
Thank
you
you.
yeah, you earned it, and that's reflective of all these wonderful people that are a part of your community. And yeah, I just want to celebrate you. And I said, why not 1 million? So let's get her to 1 million.
Why not? Why not? I mean, why not?
Expand the
Thank
circle.
you all. Thank you, Kevin. That's so sweet of you. And thank you to everybody. I really appreciate it. All right, we're going to get this party started. Do you want to go first, Kevin? Are you ready to roll, or do you want me to grab one?
Go ahead. You grab one. I'm still kind of moving my way down here one second.
All righty. we are going with this question. Teresa Young says, why does my office manager hate me so much?
I read
The
that.
first, I know you did. Yeah. The first thing I want to say, Teresa, is that I want to validate, because I think sometimes we need validation to, like, am I making this up? Am I crazy? Right now, I'm going to validate that this woman kind of has it out for you. That's what I'm hearing from my guides. And I would say that I'm going to use the word dislike because my guides are running the show right now, but I get it. Just imagine if I was running the show. Just imagine. We would already be off YouTube. The channel will be canceled. The thing will be on fire. So anyway, dislike is the thing. Why does she dislike you? Well, you're going to find this hard to believe, Teresa. I'm pretty sure. But you are the answer woman. You have answers to everything. You're very claircognizant. That's why people that often have the answers to everything, but they have no ego about it. They're like, this is just the way you do it. The guides describe it as having the best advice ever. You're claircognizant. You are the answer person. You do things effortlessly. It just seems effortless. And you are intimidating her. You have upset her kind of balance. She kind of created this whole atmosphere at the office where everybody was in their place, and then you've made it so that you like to empower people, you like to inspire people, you like to lift people up, and she doesn't want that. She wants everybody to be sad and depressed, and like, she's a very sour puss person, the guides are saying. That's why you shine your light and she doesn't like it. So you might consider at some point shining your light in a place where people really appreciate and respect you. What do you think, Kevin?
I went to my past life deck, which was really interesting. And before I shared that part of it, it's really interesting energetically. I was just stepping into it, and it's like I just wanted to step out of it. And it doesn't feel like what's that saying? Like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It just feels like that, where it's like I feel like there's this energy of you confront them in a way, and it's nothing that you're actually doing in the sense of like doing wrong, but with it, it just confronts them, and I think there's learning for them in it. I do have to say, I don't know what this means, and maybe you'll understand it, but I got the Moon Maiden, which is new beginnings, and the Closing Doors, which is completion. So I don't feel like this is a life sentence where you actually have to stay in this energy. I feel some shift there, but and I know it's difficult when you're the one experiencing them in that negative way, but there's kind of reason and purpose to it. And just to add to that, I do feel there's some flavor and energy from a past life. So it's almost unexplainable, because you could be as sweet as pie and there would be something like you would have done it wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're just, even in perfection, it would still create that reaction from them, is what I get. So, hang in there. But those two cards about the completion and the new beginnings, that's really interesting. And that closing of door, but don't close the door on her.
Right. And when you say there's a lesson in it, can you go a little bit more about that?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's the karmic lesson. So it's like in this lifetime, there's that balancing. So it's like energetically what you may have experienced in a previous timeline, that in this lifetime, it's the balance of that. So it would take a little bit longer to step into the energy of what that really was. But the importance is that completion is going to happen in this lifetime. And that's where I would like really just stand with those cards, the completion of that karmic cycle with them. And the other part of it is, you're not the only one. I feel like you're not the only one that has that. So maybe you don't see it with the other people, but you're not the only one, if that makes sense. There's other people that she's creating that same energy with. So I don't want to say there's nothing for you to be responsible in it, but it's really more about them than it is about you, is what I get. So
perfect. Yeah. Perfect. I hope that helps, Teresa. I love the ending. I truly love that you're going to close this out in this lifetime.
Yes.
I mean, I truly love that for you. I would, if I were you, I'd be doing the jig around my house right now. Be like, whoop. All right. Very cool. I love it. I love it. So do you want to grab one next?
Sure. Let's go with this one, I'm not fully reading it. It's long, so
I
hopefully.
know it's, well, the spirit drags you to it anyway.
Right. Hi, Susan and Kevin. My brother Terry passed in 2020. During his passing, he kept asking his daughter what time it was and that he had to wait till 9 p.m. like he had an appointment. Is he there to explain that? Oh, that's interesting. He had
That
to
is fascinating.
talk. Okay.
All right, Terry, we need to, oh, thank you, moderators. I see all of you, and I just want to say thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Terry, sir. What are you,
Right.
9 o'clock? Why did you want?
Yeah, that's interesting. Thanks, Teresa. She was just saying that we're right. She's not the only one, which is interesting. Sorry.
Pretty dark and yucky there, where she's at in her office. Terry, come on up, sir. We need you in the front row because you done blew your sister's mind over here, and we need to understand what this 9 o'clock thing is. Like you had an appointment.
Yeah.
Why?
It's so okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It's okay.
No, you go ahead.
It's how it's like there's significance about the time that we were born. There's also the significance about the time that we transition is what I was talking
about. That.
I don't think I've ever actually said that out loud, but that's what I was brought to. And it's like, because I feel it's so funny. Susan and I were talking about the sunshine before we came on here, and the sunlight came out. As soon as I started to step into Terry's energy, I actually drew the sun and the sunlight. And it was like the timing was important. And it was actually more important for him as far as like transition than it was for anything. But you witnessing that, or your sorry, and I think it was your daughter witnessing that. Did I do that, Susan? Sorry.
No, I did it. Sorry. I just wanted to say that 9 is completion. Sorry.
Interesting. So there you go. So that in it, there's significance around the actual transition time for him. Sorry, you go ahead, and then I'll just, if there's.
Well, it definitely, the energy suggests that it was definitely more important for him than anybody else. Also, I wonder if he wasn't, and you may or may not notice this or know this, but I also wonder if he wasn't a guy that was into numerology, or like a little bit on the spectrum, or a little bit of a person who had a little, what do you call that, when just an overdeveloped sense of things need to be in the right place, or I need to do this on this time. That there's that sense too, actually. Just his personality is what he comes through with. Also, I would ask you, if you want to jump in the comments, I would ask you, OCD, thank you, Mary Hudlison. I would also ask you if he had a sense of humor, because I feel like this guy had a very kind of a weird or wacky sense of humor, because I hear him saying, I don't know, it's just like what I wanted to do. I was a human, and this is what it's almost like he's got this kind of like, I really enjoy his personality. It's he has a different angle to his humor. What else are you getting there, Kevin?
You know what? I'm brought to the energy of his father, and I feel like his father would have been on the other side as Terry transitioned. And I'm curious if you know the timing around his passing, because what I'm seeing is like, I just want to, like, this is the way that I'm gonna say it, and then I'll maybe edit it. But it's like, it's almost like who was kind of receiving or like welcoming him. It was like, it was almost like this kind of, how do I say it?
Are you trying to say his dad had a prior engagement, and his dad is like,
I don't want to say
that. Look, I got tickets over here in this other heaven amusement park thing, and look, just like stall. Okay, stall for an hour, because I know
that sounds out there, and I've never really said that, but there's something about the energy of his father, and then the timing in relation, and energetically and beyond our comprehension of being able to understand the significance of the actual time, if you will, within the transition. Because here's the other thing, because I went like, that's such a contradiction, because on the spirit side, there's no such thing as the time. So there's.
Dude, look at the comments. Just look at the screen.
Oh,
Look at
okay,
the
Dad passed
story.
at 9 a.m. in 2009. Okay, so that's it. Because
I
they
told you,
made
stated on numbers.
it's
Oh
so
my.
perfect. I got a bit of a headache there, but there's things that it's like there's layers to it that we're not actually, it's supposed to remain somewhat mysterious to us, but just know that there's significance. And I know
Dude,
that
you
you
cracked
know
the
that.
code on that.
It's crazy. That's
You cracked the
crazy.
code. You literally cracked the
Okay.
code.
I mean, that,
Terry, dude, we've talked to a lot of dead people for real, but you, sir,
yeah,
you have taken the cake. Okay. You've
that,
taken the cake.
that's a great, there you
That's
go.
a great one. That was a great one. Like, he's like, I got to wait till 9.
Yeah.
His dad passed at 9 a.m. in 2009. You cannot make this stuff up.
That's wild. Dad came through to him. Oh, that's so interesting. What does she say? Dad came
Wait,
through to
wait,
him.
I'm trying to get it. Can you grab it? Okay, I can grab it. Okay, I got it. No, I didn't.
This guy here.
Thank
Dad
you.
came through to him a few weeks earlier and told him to hurry up. Isn't that interesting? I
And
almost
he's
felt
like, I gotta wait till he's probably waiting till the 9th day at 9 p.m. on the 9th month. And he's like, no, we ain't got time for all that, sir.
yeah.
Oh
You know
my
how sometimes
God.
when spirit gives you information and it's like the filter comes in and it's like, well, wait, that's not going to make sense. So it's like you kind of
Oh, for
hesitate
real.
in it and it's like, okay, no, Kevin, just let go of that. Be willing to make it sound wackadoodle and look what happens. That's the beautiful thing about it. So know that it was important. And I don't mean this in any sense of lightening the loss and the grief of
Right.
him, but
Right.
that there was it was perfect in the way that transition happened in that moment. So yeah, wowzer.
And here's another Terry who says, my grandma passed 4/4/2004.
And
So
look at
Terry
Terry,
3129, please don't do that to your family, honey.
right?
Don't be over here, like going, wait a minute.
Their name is Terry, and we were talking
Yeah,
about
I
Terry.
know.
This
I
is
know. I
okay.
know. There are no
No grief
coincidences.
with this
There
one.
are no
Baby.
coincidences.
You understand that they're in a great place, so I'm glad. I just for the general just have to kind of acknowledge that, but I appreciate that.
I love that he has a sense of humor too. So he has a sense of humor, and he's like, but my God, he's like lining up with his dad. I love that. I love that their personalities come through in the physical today, even though they've been gone.
And
I
it's
love
great.
that.
What's interesting too is we don't usually spend quite as much time on each one, but he's kind of captured our interest with the
Yeah,
personality.
because we're like,
You know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, I think he's going to be present for the whole
oh,
time.
he's gonna hang out. Yeah, he's gonna hang out. He's chatty. He's gonna be like the guy in the booth at the sports game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going around it's like he's gonna be like calling the game from the
Mhm.
the Spirit Sport booth. Okay.
Oh,
But I love Terry. He's welcome anytime. He's a cool dude. Okay, so wow, did you pick that?
I think I did.
And you said I haven't read it. So this is what happens. We don't even read it. Spirit is just like drags our eyeballs and then we stare at it and then we just click it because we know that we're
Yeah.
supposed to read it. We don't read these many more often than not. We do not read your question. We just know we're supposed to click it. So let's going. So again, this is what just happened to me. Linda says, when am I going to move? Well, I wish I had read this because I'm going to tell you, Linda, that uh, the clocks are broke on the other side, right? Like they don't use time the way we do. So timing is one of the hardest things to talk about. But also, I would say you have free will, and so does the people. There's other people involved in this move, I think.
Mm.
So I just heard spring. I don't know if you're trying to move now or next spring. And then after that, the next best possibility feels like fall, feels like September to me. You got that too.
I
Um,
actually wrote down May, so spring, and then I wrote down September. So it's
there
like
you go. There
literally.
you go.
Uh,
That doesn't mean you can't move in June. It does not mean it. But what it might mean, you would be like Susan, and you would say, "I don't care what the universe says. I'm going to do it anyway." And it would be possible, but harder. Like you're going to have to like put that round peg in the square hole, which is my specialty. So you can do it in other times. It just might be a little bit more difficult. What do you think, Kevin?
so time wise, I kind of got that energy around kind of May-ish. So later spring, and then the September. And what did I want to add to that? Oh, I felt like it was something feels a little bit up in the air. Like I don't know if and I think Susan, you said something about other people. So it's like someone kind of holding on. Is it pending something else? It just feels like there's some kind of energy, some contributing factor that I don't want to say the word complicating it, but move into the energy if you really want this to happen. And it's, it almost is like I see you starting to pack already. So starting to really just go into the movement of the energy of moving. For example, start packing, because packing's not fun, but it'll give you an opportunity to get rid of some stuff. But yeah, I see it happening eventually for you.
You know what? I want to say something about what you said. What he's telling you, I think he's channeling, by the way. So he's basically just, being an open channel. And since I'm not, and I'm listening to him, I would say, I wonder if this is an invitation for you to, he said, start packing. So I wonder if this is an invitation for you to put your own wishes first, for you to say, this is what I want. And if you don't want to go, because I feel like maybe somebody's dragging their feet, or somebody's telling you they want to go, but they're not really doing anything. So it's like their actions don't match what their words are saying. So I think also maybe what Kevin is saying is like, maybe at some point you have to decide what's best for you.
Yeah. I like that energy of choice in it. And yeah, so it kind of like, I think that'll shift the timeline, because I feel like this has been a consideration, like energy in it for a while, and it's almost like, okay, it's almost starting to like feel like, is it actually even going to happen? And I do feel like it is, but like Susan said, step into that choice for yourself, and then that energy really does shift. So that is that. All right. I'm going to choose. We're going to go with this one.
While you're choosing, I just want to say that somebody in the chat said I dressed up for Kevin and I don't dress up for you guys. So, look at Kevin. All I did was put a blazer on. Usually I just put like the shirt on, right? So, of course I dressed up for Kevin. Come on, of course.
I came on this, I was like, oh my gosh, I said, you look lovely. That's what I actually said. So there you go. It's just being echoed. Let's go with Nancy Cooley, who says, my husband passed away 6 years ago, and I'm having a difficult time cutting emotional ties with him. Can you give me insight and advice on how to cut the ties to the deceased? Interesting. Okay. It's funny. I almost want to say, like, I'm curious why there's a part of me that wonders why, if someone, like, the emotional ties to it, I'm almost questioning it. Is that what you're telling yourself you need to do? Or is that something that someone else has told you need to do? And I guess a deeper question is it, do you feel like it's holding you back in some respect or interfering? That's what I would love to know.
That's what I think it is. I mean, I think that she feels like she needs to go on and she can't.
Okay.
Or it's holding her back. Let us know, Nancy, if that's the case. But that's what I would get from what she said, is that she's ready to move on. Oh, hey, Libby. Good to see you, Maestro Tro. Sometimes what I'm getting is you kind of have to fake it to make it, right? Like sometimes you have to take the steps. You can't wait. I guess what the spirit guides are saying is you can't always wait for that energy to be done. It's grief. You're sad. You don't want the idea of you going out and doing things without him doesn't appeal to you. It just doesn't appeal to you, right? So you have to push past it. So instead of letting go of him, it's really more about building confidence in yourself in this new role as, living this life by yourself, right? He's doing his stuff on the other side. He has fully accepted his role on the other side. So he is saying, go out and do things, right? Like make new friends, but you have to push past the idea of, I don't want to do it. It's really more about you than letting go of him. if that makes any sense. That's what I'm getting. What do you think?
Yeah, well, it's interesting, Susan, because they're bringing me back to the last question around the selling of the house, and underneath it, there's this this energy of choice again for you, and I mean that with the deepest sensitivity around it. But like Susan said, I can feel his energy just wanting you to continue your life, and there is a part that will always feel connected to him, but if feels like it's holding you back or interfering in your life, that's for you to work through. And so I pulled two really interesting cards. I got the Courage card and I got the Transformation card. So within that choice of you actually moving into the things that, you know, continue to bring you joy, if you're looking to have other companionship, all of those life things, you're able to do that. And so sometimes it can feel like we don't have choice in it, but that does feel like the empowerment that's coming through from him for you, Nancy, is to really step into that. So hopefully you're here to receive that.
Do you feel like he's supporting her in this?
Absolutely. Spirit always wants us to continue life. And I mean, because that's it. They step out of the emotion of it in that way that kind of like, you know, can feel like we're stuck in that. You know, they move beyond it. And it's not to say they don't, I mean, they have that energy of love and that connection, but it's not holding them back in any way. So that's what I mean by you're always going to be connected from that soul level with one another. But of course, there would be encouragement to continue having the fullest life. And that's a part of it. So again, these are the lessons that we came here to learn. And it's we of course, and I'm in that same club where it's like, I want life to be easy and it to be of all these great things. And I know that there's going to be the challenges that are going to create some of the deepest learning for us on a soul level. And so that's actually just as important as the easy part. So yeah, hope you feel that energy of his love. He's cheering you on.
He's cheering you on. And I feel like he has either a gruff voice or a deep voice. I can hear his voice. He's telling you, and he was not anyone to beat around the bush. He would just tell you in plain words, go. You have to move on, right? I'm sure you've gotten that message from him before. But it is hard. But just take the chance. Make a plan to meet with people. Just start go to coffee with people. Maybe join a survivors group. That would be very helpful for you to connect with other people. So yeah, but we're sending you love and light, Nancy. Take really good care of yourself. I know it's hard.
I just want to put this. Yeah, my mom lived her best life after my dad passed, but only after she took soothsayer advice to let go of the anger of his passing. And that's totally it, Libby, that the reality for some, and this is a different situation, but I understand your point. It's like sometimes it's easier to continue a relationship when one has transitioned in the spirit world. And so in that, they always want us to continue living a great life. That's first and foremost the energy. Always. I've never encountered a spirit that said otherwise.
Nope.
So thanks for that share.
Yeah, they want you to live. You're living. They want you to live. They want you to live. It's really, really important. All right. I hope that was helpful, dear. Let's see. Okay, this is where I landed. MB MIB 111 says, hi, I'm Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I'd love to know if a potential major move across the country is happening, and if so, when is the best time to do so? Thank you so much. Ooh, I don't know. I'm having a hard time stretching you across the country. I just kind of sometimes I do like a future, like I play a movie of your future, and then I move your little game piece down the movie, and I can't get you there. It's like I don't know. So I'm not saying it can't happen. Maybe Kevin has other news for you, but I feel like there could be another situation coming that is mid-country, that is in the middle of the country. I don't know where you're, like if you're going East Coast to West Coast or the South to the North, I'm not sure. But I feel like Spirit has some sort of, the word I'm getting is whimsical. Again, like y'all know how I argue with my spirit guides, whimsical, my tush, right? But I'm getting this thing. It's like one of those things you're going to be telling stories about. Well, I had this plan to do this, but then I met this person that introduced me to this thing or this job or this relationship, and I ended up here instead. What do you think, Kevin?
It's interesting. I got the direction card, so we're on to something here. I got the nature card, which stands out to me, and then this one is the one that's standing out even the most to me. It says take the first step. And again, I feel like there's just something that's why I can't see the energy of this like major move across an entire country. It's almost like they're showing me your neighboring like state.
Oh, the first step.
Yeah. And so it's like there's something there that I don't want to say there's a disconnect, but there feels like this energy of a bit of a hurdle there. And so, like Susan said, it's not that it can't happen, but that when we step into the energy and we feel into what the kind of the strongest potentiality is right now, that's not the energy. And so it's not to say that that can't shift and change, but there's something there that you have to take the first step in it to really move the trajectory of that energy. And then the direction, because it's like, then I can see the compass, I'm going to call it a compass, is spinning. So it feels to me like you can just choose where you want to go. But I don't know, there's a step or two that has to come before that, is what
I wonder if she needs to go back to what you just said, choose. Like, why are you going to across the country? Maybe there's something there for you to reconsider. Yeah. Who are you going for, someone or an outdated idea, or what is there for you? There's something about Spirit is trying to say what you want over there is available for you here. Maybe not where you are, but in this other place. And it's actually a better fit for you.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Did you see that question about what you're wearing?
No, what is that?
No. Okay. Are you wearing tech?
Text? Hey, I don't know what that is.
I don't either. I don't know.
I don't know what that is. And what was this one? It says something, what? Kevin really got message that happened the next day that everything happened. So much gratitude, Kevin. It was 6 months ago. You were both doing my show. I'm not sure what that is, but okay, that's good.
This happens a lot to us people.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, it happened, or whatever. So we appreciate the feedback. Yeah. We're channeling, so we don't remember, but I'm glad it worked out.
Remember the profile picture, actually. Love like Michelle. I remember that profile picture if you still had it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked out. Yeah.
Congratulations, whatever it is.
Yes.
Right. We just did this one. Is it your choice? Yeah,
I think it's your choice.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I went to go choose the same one again. Okay, wait a sec here. There was one that was standing out that I just want to go with this one here. Okay. Purple Elephant, Deb, I have stage 4 cancer. I'm worried about my dog Monkey. Will I find a good home for him before I get too sick to place him in a new forever home? And as soon as I read that, Deb, I was like, just wanted to take away the energy of the worry around it. I feel like, why do I call him Lucky? Is that his name? Wait a sec. What was the dog's name? Monkey. I just heard Lucky. That's so interesting.
Oh, nice.
That's so interesting. Yes, I don't even have to. That's so great. So help is on the way. I feel like it's an instant yes. I feel like you might know this person. So someone that you're maybe thinking like, oh, would they take it? I feel like it's okay to ask. And I feel that it's use your own, I know you're very intuitive, use your own sense of intuition, but know that he's going to be very well taken care of. Absolutely. And I'm so sorry what you're experiencing, Deb.
Me too. I want to confirm that from my angle and say also that it would be a shame for you not to have Monkey. So I feel like also Monkey's going to be with you for as long as possible, like really, and that could mean even that, as Kevin said, this person knows you. This person even brings Monkey back to visit you. So I feel like there's also in your heart, you would miss him, and you would miss this dog. So I feel like it's all going to work out, that Monkey's going to visit you or stay with you. Monkey's going to have a great life. I also just want to say that you have a lot of archangels around you. Is Gabriel? I'm not an archangel. I mean, I'm just passing it along. I don't remember what Gabriel does, but I feel like there's
he works with the animals.
okay. There we go. Okay. So obviously you've got extra help, but you've got a lot of archangel energy around you. And we don't have to be Christian or religious to have archangel energy around us. They're free agents. So I'm glad that that is the case. I'm sure he has been a great comfort. You guys are like freaking frack. I think you guys are two peas in a pod. But he'll be okay and you will be okay. All right. I'm wrapping you in love and light, Deborah. Take really, really good care of yourself. Monkey, what a name. I love that. Okay.
So cute.
This is a long one. I haven't read it. So Susie says, my paternal grandfather never met me, but supposedly sent me a message saying I'm the last one in the family with the knowing. I would love to know how. I'd love to have that validated. Love to you both. Okay.
I instantly, can I just say, my ears started ringing as soon as Susan started reading this. So that's really interesting within that. You're saying the knowing, which is the claircognizance, and another way of receiving that information is clairaudiently. So you might hear things if that's what you're actually asking. For me, again, I just get a full body yes with it. I feel like it's, which is interesting. So often I say a bit of the exception. More people are aware that they get those their kind of gifts and abilities from the maternal side, but it's I mean, a lot of people get them from the paternal side as well. So it's interesting. I want to see if there's anything that can validate. That's so funny. I don't know what this means, but I don't know if you have a connection to a bird on the spirit side, but I can hear a bird talking. And it's like, I don't know if someone in your family had a bird that maybe kind of chirped or talked or something, but I feel as I'm trying to connect to your grandfather, I'm just met by this bird, which is really interesting.
I'm wondering if she even has a bird outside of her window that chatters or chirps. Can you let us know in the chat? But yes, I totally agree. That's clairaudience. You have psychic hearing, and that can come through in weird ways, like just having songs stuck in your head that you haven't heard from. You haven't heard this song in years, but yet it's playing in your head. That's your spirit guides giving you a message clairaudiently. Hearing your name called when no one was there. That's clairaudience. Also, I find people with clairaudience can't listen to the radio or have something playing on the computer and have the TV on. Like too many audio things, or you would actually be better with silence than having too many audio, because to you, audio is communication, right? So I don't know if you popped in or not, Susie, but the answer is yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, thank you. No bird pets. Okay.
Bird pets.
The bird. So there's a bird outside your window. There's a bird. Trust me, you'll know, you'll remember this because I agree with Kevin. There's a bird chirping somewhere, and that is probably your grandfather sending you messages as well.
Can I ask one more thing? Susie,
Sure.
do you have a memory of that grandfather or someone in your family, maybe it was you, that lived by the train tracks? Because I'm also seeing the train.
Are you the train whistle, or you're seeing the train?
No, I'm seeing the actual, like, I feel like I'm looking outside the house, and it's like I can see kind of in the distance the train tracks. So I'm wondering if that's familiar to you, and if not,
or he lived near the train.
If not, I'm picking up on somebody else who that was also with grandfather, with the bird on the spirit side and the train. But one other card that I pulled for you, which is interesting, is the trust your own understanding. And I feel like by you asking the question about that, you kind of, sometimes we just need that outside validation. And you definitely, you got it from both of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And sometimes this, you think of it later, you know, like I've literally been to a medium before I knew I was a medium, long story. And she said, "Oh, do you know this person?" And she gave me the first and last name. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. And then the next day, y'all, I left this medium on read. Like she was like, "What?" The next day, I'm like, "Oh my God, that's my aunt." I'm like, "Oh shoot." You know, I'm like, I don't know anybody by that name. So I'm telling you guys, sometimes your brain like freezes, like this can't be happening, and then it comes to you later. So,
It's true.
you know, just it's okay. If it comes to you later, it's okay. You can email Kevin and say, "Hey, by the way, the bird, yep, makes sense. Train tracks, yep, makes sense."
You know
Or no,
what?
if it doesn't, right?
Of course, yeah. We never want to make,
No,
force.
if it doesn't make sense, please don't try to make it make sense.
Yeah. I remember.
Because
I
it
remember.
could be anybody else.
It's true. I was doing a reading one time, and the the client, I kept saying this name, and they're like, "No, I don't understand that name. No, I don't understand that name." And then near the end, they were like, "Oh my goodness!" They went by another name, but their actual legal name was the name that I kept saying. They forgot their own name, so it's kind of a running joke that I say. Like sometimes in it, we forget our own name.
It's true. It's
So,
true, right? Like you never call that person by their name. Like, right, exactly. Like I have a cousin that we called Corky, but once he got to be an adult, apparently he hated that name. I didn't know, right? That's what his parents called him. But when he got to be an adult, I would say, "Oh, Corky." They'd be like, "Who's that?" I didn't know his real name. That's so funny. So yeah, great way to describe how that can happen. So yeah, okay. Where are we? Are we who's up? I don't know.
I don't even know, Susan. Yeah. Let's see here. I can choose one. Let's go with someone that's for sure here too. So sorry, there it goes so quick. Um,
Yeah,
this
the
one.
chat goes by really fast. Thanks
Um,
everybody for coming. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic medium. This is Kevin Lewis. He's a psychic medium. You can find all our information down in the description below. All right. What is the question?
the question, hi Susan and Kevin, any messages from my dad on the other side? I see foxes all the time, which is my sign for my dad. Oh, so nice. I would love a visitation dream. So great. From your dad, Susan.
Did your dad smoke, or is somebody either smoked or camels? I'm getting camels, but also, you know, it's a cigarette. Also, it could be that it's a tobacco, some kind of tobacco, chewing tobacco, pipe, smoking.
Mm.
Um, let's see. What else do I have for you? This could be your grandfather. As Kevin sort of mentioned earlier, there's a 1,300 people in the chat. That's a lot of dead people, so to speak, right? So sometimes people sneak in and piggyback or kind of sneak in and give us a message. So I'm getting this about your dad, but I'm not sure that that's your dad. But there's somebody on the other side who is a male who has a fondness for you. It could be a dad figure, it could have been a coach, a teacher, even a boss, somebody who really had a fondness for you. They're also coming through at this time. But I do like the fox imagery for your dad. Aren't fox babies called kits? I don't know, y'all. Look, this is where we're at right now. I'm getting the word kit. I think that's what they thought called babies of foxes, but I don't know. Um, at any rate, I would just say that he's with you, he loves you, and there's also a sense of creativity. He's telling me that you're a creative person, that you don't believe in yourself enough, that you should have more self-confidence in what you do, and that you're very talented. He's saying you're very, very talented.
Mm.
So what are you getting there, Kevin?
They're saying yes, they're called kits.
Okay, thank
You are
you.
correct. Interesting when you went to the energy or smelling the smoke. I went to heart and lungs was the initial kind of impact. I felt a bit short of breath, brought to the awareness of my chest with him. So
Mhm.
if this is dad or grandfather, perhaps both of them, I was aware of the month of May being significant. And so that can be connected to them. It can be connected to you. I heard either the two boys or the two brothers. So you would understand either you having two boys, two brothers, or some something around your dad, 2 boys, 2 brothers. But that's what I was hearing. And then I was drawn to their hands, and I felt like their hands were busy, and I got like the feeling of like wood. And so working with wood. And then it was so interesting. I started to hear like, you know, we all kind of have those little things, those little kind of tics or little things that we do. And I felt like kind of like this little, you have the 2 brothers. I felt like this like kind of like noise with the mouth. But then I was drawn to a toothpick. And so I don't know if you have that memory of your dad or your grandfather that would have had the toothpick, but I was really aware of that, and kind of some noise that I will say it was almost like it was like, would you knock it off kind of thing? But anyways, it would be something that you would understand with one of them, if I'm receiving this correctly. But interesting, Susan, the message that you gave, I just want to echo that. I really want to echo that, of you standing into that sense of seeing yourself how other people see you, really seeing yourself how other people see you.
That's a strong message for all of us.
Yeah, and especially through the lens of the spirit, you know, your loved ones. So we'll leave you with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know he threw a lot at you, Kevin. When he gets these downloads, he will give you dates and name and all kinds of things. If all that makes sense, let us know in the chat. But if it doesn't, that's fine as well. But thank you for validating that you do have 2 brothers. And I hope, grandfather on mom's side worked with wood. I am very creative. Okay, cool. There you go. You've got a lot of males on the other side, sort of looking out for you. It's interesting, but I love that. Okay, cool. I hope that was helpful. That was amazing, Kevin. I guarantee tomorrow she's going to be like, May, I got it. I got it. I got it. I know. At the time, you're like, May. I know. We've all been there. Okay, let me see if I can. Does my mom have a message? Floppy bottom me. I love that. Does my mom have a message for me? Okay. Floppy bottom, if you're around, let us know. And I'll say why. Because if Kevin and I start connecting to a spirit, if we know we have the right one, we'll continue connecting. If we're talking to somebody, Floppy's, if somebody is trying to impersonate your mom, then, you know, we're talking to somebody else. Plus your grandmother is coming in. Like a lot of women are coming in for you, Floppy, whereas before there was a lot of men. There's a grandmother here is talking about baking. I'm seeing cold water put on the dough to make biscuits, or cold water is important for the flour or the dough or something. Then talking about your mom, I got button. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Floppy button. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. Thank you for correcting me. Okay, floppy button. Threw me completely off. Okay, I'm getting roses. I don't know if that, I feel like that is your mother. Either rose water, rose smell, roses, the color. I'm seeing pink roses. The color pink more. So red, okay, but pink is better. So yeah, she's here with you. She loves you. I think there was there could be complicated. Maybe you guys were so much alike that you butted heads. That might be hard to see from your perspective, but from her perspective, there's also maybe an apology. Maybe you don't need that, but I think from her perspective, she would like to give it. What are you seeing there, Kevin?
I feel like the energy of your mom like shuffled those words, because I read it exactly the same as you did. I didn't catch that, and I looked at it like 2 times, and I was like, oh, that's a like fun name. Anyways, I think that's interesting in itself.
That is interesting.
Yeah, almost like this flavor of a bit of her personality in that those moments of, you know, that would really, you know, make people laugh, sort of thing. I did start to connect with the energy. I heard the name Mary being said. So that sometimes it's not to say that it's her name, but sometimes just someone really closely connected. I heard the name Mary. I started to feel into the energy of a lady that would have been in a decline. So I felt like there was an illness. And with that, there would have been moments where you would have cared for her. I felt like there was this caring energy. So
Nice.
either caregiver, and it's not to say that you were there, completely by her bedside, but in the her perspective, this energy of you giving care. I did also hear the name Michael being spoken. And then I was also brought to the younger generation in your family. And I felt like there was someone, when I started to feel into that caregiver, I felt like you would understand a younger female that would be in the healthcare. And I feel like that was, I don't know if this is a niece to you or just one of the younger generation, but it just felt like there was this pride coming from this kind of matriarch energy within that connection. And then one last thing, I heard the month of December being significant. And then I also heard, I don't know if you have a connection to Colorado, but I heard Denver. And so if it's not Colorado, I'm wondering if there's a Denver that you would understand as well. So that's what's coming through. Floppy button me.
Floppy button. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's a lot. Let us know if any of that resonates with you. It's a lot to take in all at once. And also something else I'll tell you all as well. So my own dad, when he comes through in readings that my students do, he says he loved to fish. Let me tell you, that man never fished when I was alive. he had kids. Fishing was gone. Those days were gone, honey. You ain't fishing ever again. You might as well forget it. So these people in spirit will share things about them, but your role as a daughter, a son, or whatever, you may not know that about them. So you also have to keep that into mind too. And even ask, if you can, aunts, uncles, or other people about these things that are brought up in the mediumship meeting.
And that, and if I could just add one thing to that, there's so much learning that can be done because we also receive the information according to their perspective.
That's right.
Is another angle to it, where it's like I have to remind myself of that sometimes, going like, okay, how do I see myself versus how do other people? Right. So there's that layer of it too. But there you have it.
Well, I hope some of that made sense and it gave you some sense of connection to your mom. And I feel like you wanted a specific answer, a specific thing, but I would say if you wanted a specific thing and we didn't address it, ask your mom to send you the message. The message might come in a song. It might come in another person, another relative could even text you out of the blue and say, hey, I had this memory. Believe me, spirit can solve these problems in ways that we can't begin to understand. So if you didn't get your question answered, please ask for it to be answered in another way. All right, let's move on. I mean, honestly, Kevin and I's brains are not ours right now, so I don't know what is happening. Like, I don't know. I chose that. Okay, it's your turn. Okay.
I'm like, I know you're going to ask me, and I'm like, I don't know if I chose the floppy button.
I'm so sorry I got your name wrong.
Here we go. Answer with my two answers. I'm needing help with my two. Let's go with this one. I only part read it. Hey, I'm learning here. Would appreciate any help from my spirit with my ancestors. From spirit with my ancestors. I'm needing help with my 2 times great grandmother from Sicily. Any help from her or her brother's parents' names? Okay, I need to read that again. Would appreciate any help from spirit with my ancestors.
Oh, I see.
With my 2-time great grandparents. So, okay, so not your great.
You're hoping to get names. Okay. I think genealogy. She's hoping to get names of these people, I think.
Hey.
You came to the right man because he's the man with the names.
Name. Okay, one sec. I'm just gonna.
Could there be a G name, a Grin, or Gertrude, or even a Janice, something like that? But I'm not great with yes, please. Okay, so that's what they're looking for is genealogy help. Wait, was this Italy? Is there a town in Italy called Sardine or Sardina? I feel like that's a town that I'm getting, or Sardona, something with a
Sardinia.
Sar,
Sardinia.
uh, Sardinia. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
getting that. I don't know if that has reference to them. Um,
Let's see.
and there's a missing link in this recording of the documents. There's like pages missing, right? Like you're going along doing the thing and then there's something missing, because people are not who they say they are. People were not who they said they were. There was a mix up in the genealogy. It was intended mix up. There a bit of a cover up, perhaps even about the birth of the paternity. They're saying the word paternity. So yeah, yeah, something like a hidden pregnancy or something. What are you getting, Kevin?
Around the energy. So the first question was for her, and I heard that it's a repeated name, and I get the MA sounding name. I want to say like a Maria, like that type of like that, like 3-syllable name. So if there's a repetitive, or if there's already another MA sounding female name, that feels connected to the great great grandmother. And then around the male, the brother, I heard my last name, which is Lewis, but the L stands out. And then which was interesting, I wrote LUI. So I wanted to go into that energy. That might be an abbreviated, but I heard an L name for him, and I heard an M name for the female. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the genealogical sleuths are on it in the chat. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll all crack Luigi. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luis, like Luis,
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah.
and Genevieve. Like, here,
Oh,
wait. One moment, please. So she's saying Marie, Luigi, and Genevieve. I Yes.
I
I mean,
mean,
are you saying these names? I need to know, are these names that repeat in your current family? I want to know if these are names that are in your current family in any shape or form.
because that's really interesting. That, like,
Because
where are
that's
you
gonna
getting those
blow my
names from?
mind.
Yeah, because this is them, is it not?
I
Because so maybe
I mean,
is Marie is a repetitive, meaning that there would be someone else that you know for certain that is called Marie. That's what I was saying about that one.
right.
With the male's name, I didn't get necessarily that it was a repeated name in the family, although it could be. But I definitely heard the LUI sounding name. But yeah.
If those names are not repeating in your family, that's fine. If you're just trying to ask us, if
Hmm.
you're just trying to say, are these 3 names you would consider, then yes. We just wanted to know if they are, if they are names in your family. Marie probably, if you're an Italian, um, right?
Okay.
Um,
Oh, I
Mafia family. Well, we're not gonna talk about that right now, okay, Freda, we can't talk about the mafia right now, okay? That's what we talk about
starting to sweat.
at yeah, Kevin's getting hot. It's like, "Oh my god." You're in Canada, you're okay. I'm down here in the meth lab basement of Canada, okay? So we are having some problems down here. You're
Woo-wee.
gonna Okay.
That took
Um
a turn.
Okay, I don't know what is happening right now. We've just lost her. She's gone in the chat of 1,375 people. I wish you well wherever you went.
Yes.
Hopefully that makes some sense.
Yes.
I don't think Kevin and I would buy lottery tickets based on Luigi and Genevieve's. I think he was getting more Louis, I don't know, but it's
Oh boy,
possible.
we have come undone.
Ooh, we gotta be careful with the mafia, y'all. Come on now. Okay.
Oh goodness.
I ain't play with the mafia. Although supposedly I have mafia family in Cincinnati. My dad always said, I'm like, Cincinnati, Dad, really? But this is the man that tricked me with everything possible. So he probably was tricking me. Okay, so some people have Native American. They're like, oh, you're Native American. No, my family's like, no, you got mafia. No, you. Okay. Anyway, I mean, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Okay, just saying. All right. Canada. Hold on. Hold the boat. Vic.
Oh, interesting.
Vic,
Speaking
honey,
of
can I
Canada,
ride with you? Can I be some sort of family member? I need somebody to adopt me in Canada. Kevin is house the inn is full or whatever. I don't know. But if anybody's got an opening, I'm happy to move up there. Okay.
we
Uh,
love Canada. Yes, we do.
we love Canada. Well,
Okay.
my husband and I moved to
Okay,
Canada.
look at this. Remember what the card was for the other one that was asking about the moving, and it was about taking the first step. Look what this is.
Oh my God, it came again.
Card. It's the same card to the same type of
I
question.
would just buy the plane ticket, honey. I wouldn't even ask no cards. I would just do it. At this point, you just got to do it. Okay. Why do you need to be adopted? Just do it. Well, there's this thing. Canada really has like borders, and they especially are not loving Americans right now. I don't know why. But that's probably for the best.
I love most of you.
Yes,
We love
you're
most.
very sweet. You're very kind to put up with us.
Interesting. Again, this summer, which was really interesting. If it's not this summer, next summer, could it happen that quick? Worry.
I mean, anything could happen.
For guidance, yeah.
Oh, okay. Libby's sponsoring me to Australia. Never mind, y'all. I'm going to the land of kangaroos and those big huntsman spiders. Okay, it's all right. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. Thank you, Libby.
Canada.
I think yes, dear. I think you can move to Canada. It as surprisingly as it sounds to me, I see green lights. I just see green lights. So, the next time we talk to you, hopefully you're going to be like, hey, y'all told me to move to Canada and I'm here. So that'd be awesome. Yeah. All right, let's move on. I love that. That's great. Let me get that off of the thing. Did you do that or did I do that? I did it because I was so excited about Canada. Go ahead. But I'm going to be in Canada at Kevin's event this summer.
So exciting.
I'm so excited about it. It's sold out, but
it sure did. We're going to have a great time. I can't even read that one. Pookie play pod, whatever. I have to be careful with that one too.
Pookie and Pops played by the play pod.
These names tonight. I mean,
y'all taxing us. You're taxing us. Okay.
My daughter has suffered from painful migraines for more than half of her life. I have prayed to anyone and everyone on the other side to help. Will she ever be rid of these painful headaches? Oh.
When did these happen? Would they have happened during puberty? I feel like it's hormonal. I feel like no one is looking. Again, we're not giving medical advice because it's not allowed. It's illegal. This is not medical advice. This is just thoughts and impressions. So always go to your doctor. Now that we got that out of the way, I feel like there's something hormonal here and there's something missing. I don't know if that's a mineral. There's hormonal and then there's something missing. And it feels like, I want to say the word electrolytes, but it feels like electric. It feels like, so whatever electrolytes do for your body, it feels like that's something that's missing, that could be missing. But I feel like magnesium helps migraines. Great. I feel like she can get these a lot better. Estrogen overload. Okay. What do you think, Kevin? What are you getting?
It was interesting because I went to the energy of hormonal first, but then I was aware there was something else that I felt like there was like, and when I say impact, it doesn't have to be like severe, but I felt like there might have been some impact of some sort, because then I was aware of it being more neurological, is what I was picking up on. But what was interesting, I pulled a couple of cards, and I'll just call you P. which was interesting. It was the praying card, which I think is really interesting with you putting that energy out. But then I got the pause card. And so I feel like there's going to be reprieve. I want to stand in the energy that, yes, it's going to go away completely, but I feel that there's going to be periods of not experiencing it, more so than she's ever had or that they've ever had, is what I'm getting. And it feels close. It feels like around the corner. So I don't know if she's been trying new things or I don't know, like new kind of treatment doctor, that type of thing. I'm Peggy. Okay, Peggy. She's Pookie, actually, Martinique. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
Every time, Kevin, every time. I love it though.
But to answer you, I do feel there will be reprieve in longer periods than what they've experienced thus far. And that feels good.
They're excruciating. I feel that they're absolutely get on your knees, hold your head.
Yeah.
That pray thing is also holding the head in that picture. So I think they are debilitating is the word I'm getting. And I think I agree with Kevin. She's going to have them less frequently, but they're still going to be kind of a little debilitating for a little bit. I agree with the energy too. I'm wondering about electrolytes, electric, something with the electrical, but I think, wouldn't you agree that there seems to be some kind of either homeopathic medicine or some?
Yeah. It's almost like something, and I'm sure that she's tried many different things, but it almost seems like something, either it's a revisit of it, or it's something new, that is for them to try. Yeah.
What? Listen to this. Terry says, my mom used to put her head to the ground to relieve her migraines.
Oh, wow.
That's serious grounding. I mean, that's amazing. So that's fascinating to me.
Yeah. I forget the name. Peggy. Has she tried Reiki? That's just coming in as well. Is the Reiki, if she's open to that.
Yeah, I would try a lot of things. I would try everything and on top of what you've tried, right? Like just open up your ideas.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of great advice in the chat. So I hope you're here reading all of that and you can take whatever that you feel is useful.
Yeah. Healing to her. All right. Go for it.
I'm going. Tammy says, hello, my paid off house needs major repairs. Sell as is or make repairs over time. If you're asking Susan, she says the opposite of what the guides are saying. The guides are saying sell as is. That would not be what I would say, but that's what I'm getting. But oh, for the love of God. Okay. Well, I feel like if you sold as is, it frees you up it's almost like your spirit guides are ready for you to move on. Like there's something else they want you to do. They want you to be unencumbered and free. And right now your life is getting small because you're having to save money and kind of buttress yourself getting ready to deal with all of these heavy responsibilities with this house. So I feel like if you didn't have those heavy responsibilities, that you would be free. And then being free makes it easier for them to guide you into new experiences and new things that is really the direction you're heading in. There's just a big sense of being free. What do you think, Kevin?
I instantly felt the same because they're kind of showing me the energy that you would put into it. And when I say energy, the money, the time, all of those things, it doesn't feel balanced.
Oh, it doesn't balance.
It feels like it's more of your energy and input for the result that you're going to get. And so it does in relation to actually just considering selling as is. It feels like that's more balanced than the other one, just in the energy that I'm picking up on. And I love that piece about like what else this is impacting. So it's like, you know, when it's like, they're kind of like showing me where it's like, you know, you buy something and you're like, oh, I'm going to wear that. And it hangs in your closet. And it's like, oh, I'll just speak for myself. I'm like, I'll wear that when I lose 5 pounds. Let's just say that. I've had those moments in my life. And then I'm like, wait a sec, 2 years later, it's still there. And I'm like, I still haven't worn it. I'm just giving an example. That's it. So what we're kind of, I say sacrificing, but it's like, I guess the point is, it feels like there can be a decision that can be made now that is, that's less impactful. And to me, that is actually letting it go versus holding on to it and what the impact of that is in the long run. So yeah, that's kind of the energy that I'm seeing for you. So
yeah, I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, big decision for sure.
It's a big decision, but your guides want you to be free. And maybe you want to be free. Maybe you have a feeling of, I just want to be free. I want to be free from whatever it is that is happening. And I think you're going to have a very exciting life once you are free of that. So yeah, fascinating. All right. Thank
That's
you.
what I was trying to say.
What's that?
It's like, that's exactly what I was trying to say.
You did say it.
There
Okay. Your turn, dear.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I love this dog. Oh,
Aw.
lab. Michigan Trish. Is
I was gonna
2026 the year I let my photography business go after 12 years? Wow, that's a big transition. Okay, what do you say? Oh my gosh, you can't make this up. I got the divine timing card, I got the let go, and I got the change. To me, I feel like
a yes.
I think it's 3 yes cards, and I was feeling yes. I was like, okay, big transition. It does feel like it is. There's movement there for you. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, dear. Do you get a sense for what she might be doing at all?
Oh, that's interesting. I heard teaching. So it's like an opportunity of sharing your knowledge with like other people. So I don't know if that's like coaching, teaching, workshops, seminars, but it's somewhat related, but I don't think it's completely related to the
Photography.
The photography. But there's aspects of that is what I get.
Yeah.
But then it's also balance that's so interesting. It's like buying back your time, and it's like making contributions. So philanthropy, those types of things, making a difference. I feel like that is also important to you within the time. So I think it's going to be kind of spread, and it does that where it's like it's allowing you to step in what is kind of next for you. And so we do have choice in it. You know, most of the time they say we have choice in things, and that those tough decisions, I can only imagine after that many years. But what it opens up for us is the important thing. And I think we know when it's time. And yeah, sometimes we hold on and want to ride that a little bit longer. But yeah, it does feel like the right time.
It feels like the right time to me too. Wish you all the best, Michigan Trish. It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Okay. Here's a question, Kevin. What deck are you using?
Oh, which one?
I don't know.
Oh gosh. I'm horrible with this. I don't know because I put all the boxes and everything away.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I can find if it's this one that you're referring to, the blue one. I can put it in the notes after. I don't know. I'm horrible with those kinds of things. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. We just do it because we're energy people. We just pick it because it's the energy that we're drawn to, and it's not, we don't think this is the deck. But I get it that you guys like it and would like to have that deck.
A little blue tin box. I remember that.
Oh, a tin box. You're just going to make everybody want it even more now.
I'll find out.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And you can always, could they email you and ask?
Sure. Absolutely. That's a great one. Yeah.
There you go.
Email me at kevinlewismedium.com. info@kevinlewismedium.com. And then,
info@kevinlewismedium.com.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
that's a great idea.
Yeah. So, okay, let's see. Is it my turn to grab someone?
Sure. And I love it how people are so helpful in the chat, just
I
sharing.
do.
I'm being distracted in the most beautiful way with that support, and that's really beautiful to see.
I know. It's a community. It's really a community. They all jump in and help each other and support each other. I mean, it's the best.
It really.
Okay, Celeste says, I got woken up by someone yelling in my ear.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, you are a healer. Why and what am I supposed to do with this? I'm way too old for medical school. Celeste, you sound like me. I wake up, I'm like, why are y'all bothering me? I'm trying to sleep. For the love of God, you know?
So interesting.
Send me an email or something, right? Okay. I
That-
love that they're yelling in your ear. First
yeah.
of all, that tells us that you're clairaudient, that
Mhm.
you have psychic hearing. Number one, so you're clairaudient. Number two, a healer. They call me a healer. They call Kevin. His name is healer, and he's a medium, right? Neither one of us are doing Reiki, but we're healers. So we heal people in all kinds of ways. And when I'm doing readings in right now on the screen, I'm getting healed. It's very much something that happens both ways. So what are you supposed to do with this? What I would suggest you do is maybe take a class. I think honestly, taking a Reiki class is good for everybody. A
Mm.
Reiki 1 class is great because it can help you connect to your own energy and understand energy. Even if you don't want to be a Reiki healer, it's really a good way to
Mm.
begin to connect to that. So that might be step 1, is just to take a Reiki 1 or Reiki 2 class. And then from there, I would follow what you're interested in. If you see a class that talks about channeling, you might want to take that. If you see a class that talks about numerology or astrology, you might want to take that. So it's really a time of just exploration.
Mm.
It's not really a time of there's one little bullseye and I've got to hit it right there, because as you're growing, you're enriching your soul. You're growing your soul through all of these amazing experiences, and through that you'll be able to find the direction that you're finally comfortable with. What would you say?
Mm. Yeah, it's so perfect. I feel like they're just showing me the kind of like this, the energy of your past in the way that you've lived and who you are in the world. And I feel like you're very much a healer. And I think everybody here has those healing, has the healing energy of wanting to make a difference for other people. And we kind of attach these credentials to it. It's so interesting. I actually am a Reiki master teacher, and I teach, tons and tons of students. And it's like the age isn't really relevant. So if you feel called, and it's like, if you're being, kind of, prompted and woken up literally with somebody yelling that in your ear, and you're listening, and that's landing, and now you're a part of this and you're asking the question, there's energy there. So it's for me, I think it's reminiscent of who you've always been, and who you will continue to be. So the small gestures of, wanting to make a difference for somebody, or sending someone, love or compassion, that to me is a healing energy. So if you feel, it's so funny, and I chuckle at this. I'm like that too. I'm like, oh my gosh, now I have to go to medical school. I'm a bit all or nothing. And so I understand the the way that you've languaged that. But like a lot of people in the chat of saying, Reiki level 1 is about self-healing. And that's a beautiful place to start, to understand the energy, to work with the healing modality of Reiki, that universal energy, the spiritual energy, which is so potent and so beautiful. And it starts with us. And so I agree. I think we should teach it in schools. I think everybody should be attuned to the energy. And that's just it. With the attunement, it's like it just magnifies things. So we become a conduit for that energy to work through us, for that healing to happen. So I encourage you, Celeste, to, you heard it loud and clear. And now, like Susan said, if it's numerology, if it's the, oracle cards, if it's another healing modality, there's so many options. So yeah, it feels like it stuck with you, and it's ignited something there, is the feeling that I get. But yes. And then the other part that I want to say about that is, I feel like you've done, and that, I think you said your age there. I'm too old, but I'm sensing that it's like all of that learning goes into who we are and what we have to offer in this moment. So I think that experience is a lot of training. It's probably medical school, a few times over. So there you go.
I love it. I hope that was helpful for you, Celeste. You're a healer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Welcome to the healers. Welcome. We're all light workers. We're all healers. So welcome to our merry band. All right. I don't know. Kevin. I don't know. Who is it? Your turn? Is it my turn?
I'll go with one, and this one is
Yeah,
a little bit
go
more
for it.
recent, which is good. Amanda Jinja. Hi, Susan and Kevin. Does my grandpa, who was in World War II, Purple Heart, that's so great. I think one of my guides have a message for me. Oh, that's interesting. And the Purple Heart there. So you're thinking that he's one of your guides? Wonderful.
I think that you naturally, Amanda, have a tenacity. And, when we have natural proclivities or natural personality traits, you almost think everybody has that, right? Like, isn't everybody like me? Because it's so natural. So you may not recognize this or know this to the degree that they're talking about, but you have a tenacity. You once you decide that you're going to do something, you see it through. Sometimes that's to your benefit and sometimes not, but he would say that you have that from him, that you both are tenacious in a sense. Also, you matching your tenacity is your generosity. So he's saying you're so generous that you would just give everything you have to somebody and never even consider it. You are also a champion of the underdog. So these are his messages to you, that you share these same energies of those types of things. His message is don't be hard on yourself. You're another one that's having some kind of headaches, or maybe you have TMJ or jaw stress. There's something around your mouth or your head that they're calling it your cranium, which I think is just head. I think they could just use head. But anyway, so I don't know if you're experiencing that right now or if that's something that could be developing, but he's saying that you've got to give yourself a break. You give everybody else a break. You give everybody else the benefit of the doubt. You give everybody the benefit of the doubt except for you. So there is a tenacity that you're using for your own, you're judging yourself. And he's saying it's holding you back, it's stressing you out, and stop holding you to a different level than you're holding everybody else to. What do you think, Kevin?
That's a great message. It's like it's echoing, so I feel like there were some other people that needed to hear that as well. Amanda, where I was being taken was to your awareness and your own sensitivity, and I don't know if that plays into what Susan was saying, but it's really learning to see your sensitivity as a strength. And so sometimes we can see it as being a bit of a not a strength because it can be challenging at times, but I feel like there's growth within your own awareness of yourself spiritually. And so I feel like your inquiry around your grandfather and him being a guide is exactly that. It's taking you deeper into your own gifts and abilities, which I think are really going to start to unfold in a really beautiful way for you. And I feel like it's like he brought me to this. First of all, I also have to say, I heard the name Rex or Ron, but the R male name may be connected to you as well. But he brought me to, it got really quiet. And I feel like you're this real safe space for people. And he's just showing me that you're a really great listener. But what's interesting is, it's like, then he kind of turned it and he says, like, you don't always feel like you're being heard. And so what he wants to remind you is you're worth being heard. Your voice is important. You need to be heard. And sometimes you just have to, it's not to say that we have to be louder, but we just have to actually use our voice. And so he's really just encouraging you to use your voice. You deserve to be heard. And sometimes we're just not. So that's what he's bringing forward for you, Amanda. Use your voice. Yeah.
That's beautiful, Kevin. I hope that was helpful, Amanda. I hope it makes sense. And for anybody else that resonates, if that resonates for you, that is for you, right? So yeah, Amanda, your granddad is kind of cool. All right, let's move on. What did I just see? Something went by. Okay, whoa. I didn't I didn't turn the slow mode on in the chat and it's starting to. Okay, Sharika says, "Will I have a successful outcome with my current health challenge?" I didn't read. I just saw you and spirit guide maybe chase you down as your comment went up the chain. Will you have a successful outcome with your current health challenge? The guides want to talk about your definition of successful. They think that yes, it's going to be successful in their parlance. It will be successful. You may feel like there's like it's if your idea of successful is that you go back to the way you were before this health challenge happened, that might not be the case. You may not go back exactly the way, like they're saying Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall, we put him back together, but he's not exactly the same because there was a fall involved. Okay, so I feel like there could be some things that are different, but I would say to you that I feel like in the future, you're going to say, I'm really grateful. I know this sounds maybe even insane, but you're going to say, I'm in a weird way, I'm grateful that this happened because I'm a much stronger, better, whatever it is, this situation is going to make you a different person and a better version of you. So there is another benefit to this that is not health related. It has to do with your constitution, your personality, your tenacity, back to that word again. So I think yes, but I think it could be slightly different than you're seeing maybe. What do you think, Kevin?
I felt that it was layered, which is interesting. And I know this card, it keeps coming up, but it's the take the first step. There's
Are you kidding me? It keeps coming up.
No, you guys saw me shuffle. Like I really shuffled. I'll show you the outcome card in just a second, but I felt like what they were showing me, it's like two-parted, and I don't know exactly what the context of that means, but it's like two-parted, and I feel like they're unrelated. So if you're wondering if it's like, is this causing this? It feels like they're a bit more independent in the way that I'm kind of feeling them. I was brought into kind of, I felt like kind of gastro, intestinal, that type of energy. And then I also felt autoimmune. So I felt like, I don't know if you understand that, but I feel like there's a bit of a path. I feel like this is going to be a bit of a journey, but the outcome card is freedom. And so I feel like there is relief, and I feel that it's a little bit out, but that yes, there's going to be a resolve around it. I almost said Eureka, but Sharika. What's with the name say?
I don't know. We're I don't know. We're on a different planet. We're on a different planet. I don't know. But I think that makes sense too with what I was saying, in the sense that you're all better, but perhaps you have to eat differently, or you're all better. Something changes on the other side. But it's not the end of the world. And again, you're better for it. I don't know. I would also say it could be that there's somebody in your family on the other side who's saying you're not feeling supported, you're not getting support, you're not feeling supported, but they would also ask you to remember to support yourself. So again, tenacity, right? Standing up for myself in this. So another layered thing that Kevin was saying is it could be that you're not feeling supported. And I'm sorry if that's the case, because it's terrible when you're going through something, you don't know what's happening. You can't get straight answers out of doctors, and then you don't feel supported either at work or in your family life or however that's showing up. So sending you hugs and lots of healing light here.
Maybe should we do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more. We're 5:30, 6:30, 7, an hour and a half. Okay. I think.
We were good. The energy was great. Thanks everybody for that.
Yes, the energy's been great.
Everybody helps as like batteries, so it's always so great. Hi, Susan and Kevin. I just lost 2 of my longtime clients due to the current economy. Is this a sign to pursue something else for financial stability? Lizzie. Let's see.
I'm getting no, but I'd be interesting to hear what Kevin gets. I'm getting not exactly, maybe not a straight no, but not exactly. So it could be that you need to pivot a little bit, but I'm not even sure that's necessary. What is happening? What are they saying? It's a sign to pursue something else.
Mm-hmm.
There is a new endeavor. I wonder if it's a timing thing. I wonder if they're saying not now, but it's coming. Because I'm also getting this sense of don't do anything rash.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why I said no, because there's a sense of let's not do anything rash. Let's keep, you do have income. This is a going concern, they're saying, right? Like it is a business. Maybe changes are coming, but maybe don't do anything just immediately. What are you getting, Kevin? Are you getting anything different?
Yeah, I think, and it aligns with what you're saying. I heard don't jump ship. I heard that you're still actually driving the ship. I don't know if you drive a ship, but you're still driving the ship, and the cards are really, really great. I got the patience card, which is interesting. I got help is on the way, and then I got ask for guidance and balance. And I feel like there's something to implement, supplement, like it almost feels like this energy of outside resource, whether that be collaboration, something to kind of offset this. And I feel like I heard that this is a revisit for you. So you've had moments of this before, but the stability of it isn't pending this moment. And I feel that ultimately you get to decide, but the energy still feels strong in kind of recovery and the stability piece of it. You might have to be, like Susan said, a little bit creative in what you do to offset this. But I feel like you've got the resources, meaning that there's either people that you can ask, or I don't know exactly. Obviously, we don't know what you do, but the energy feels that it's not quite there yet. It's not quite there yet that you have to pursue something else entirely. So I think that's the key for me.
It's a sense of faith. Have faith, you know, and your business is going. Just because you lost 2 people, it doesn't. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I'm channeling, but the part of Susan would understand why you would ask that, and we would be wondering the same thing. But I think the message is just, give it a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps. I think we're all in a weird place right now because we've never been here before. None of us have ever been here before. So ask for your guidance. This is a good time to really work with your spirit guides, pull cards, but also just ask them to send signs and then double check, because I'm famous for I got a sign. I don't wait for more signs, and I just go off and do the thing. And I'm premature, right? So get the sign, wait, get more signs, wait, get more signs. Let them tell you the whole story before you run off and make a decision on something.
That is true. Susan, I forgot I had someone come in earlier and I totally forgot to do it.
Oh, you have to do it. Okay, everybody.
It's I'm gonna be at 2:00 a.m. going, oh my gosh, I forgot this gentleman. But if you've watched before, Susan and I, we sometimes have people that come in before we actually start the live. And so I was aware, and I know for certain that this was a father that was stepping forward. I heard the name John Michael or Michael John, but something about those names, whether it's one name or 2 different people, I felt like there was those 2 people. I felt with him that there would have, those 2 names. I felt with him that there would have been quite a strong cognitive decline, Alzheimer's, dementia, that type of energy. I felt like this was, I feel like this is going to a wife, a partner, and that he would have sent you roses. And I feel like that I have to say sent you roses. So I don't know if there was distance or times that he was away that you would actually receive roses when he was away. And I feel like it feels random, but I'm going to share the things that I got. I feel like you would have been recently decluttering, kind of moving things, putting things in boxes, just going through things. And I think some of the memories, I think he's just with you in those moments of kind of moving and going through things. He brought my attention to the Magic Kingdom. My reference for that would be Disneyland, I think, the Magic Kingdom, but there's something about that. And then I also heard May of 1991 is significant for you.
Wow.
May of 1991. I heard the name Mary and I heard the name Beth. And then one little last piece was, I feel like you used to sing. I feel like there was music, and it was like, I don't know if you sang to him, but it was like I feel like this was a memory of you singing to the music, and that's something that he would have really just lit him up. I know I said fatherly, but I feel like I don't know if this is like I don't want to figure out the dynamic. And then one last thing is the also with the moving of the boxes, I felt there was some documents that you would have recently been signing. There was something about the documents that you recently signed, but just knowing that his energy is there with you. So if this is not father, then it felt, I could say husband, but it just felt like care.
Could have been an older husband.
Yeah. But I just wanted to put that forward. And so maybe someone, I know this is at the very, very end. So people, I don't know if they watch videos to the very end, but if anyone understands that here, we can give you 1 minute, but if not, maybe it's meant for somebody on the replay. But
so let me explain what happens. So before we go live, the people in spirit start to come in. If you think about an auditorium and everybody's taking their seats, right? Well, that's what they're doing. They're filling their seats. They're ready, and you're on the stage. We pull your name, that puts you on the stage, and then they come out of the, auditorium seats and come forward. So what happened is Kevin gets these connections before we go live, and they're quite intense because there's nobody jostling for attention, and they can literally just communicate to Kevin. So that's what we're talking about here, or that's what he's talking about here. And sometimes a lot of times people email him later and say, it was me, it was me, it was me. I can match these things. Even if you can't match all the things, if you can match some of the things, that also means that was for you. Right. Yeah. I know. Kevin is amazing. You guys just don't know how amazing he really is, I don't think. But anyway, go ahead.
And thank you for explaining that. Sometimes, that's it. When the energy just comes in, I always love to acknowledge spirit. That's first and foremost. So I I almost forgot. It was sitting over here, and my goodness.
And usually we talk about it in the very beginning. We talk about whoever's come through.
Yeah. But
Kevin is very nice. He has office hours, and when people show up, he's like, come on in and have a seat. Probably gives them a cup of tea, gives them a little blanket for their lap. I'm like, go away. Like I'm the crabby old psychic medium who's like, I'm not talking to you right now. I'm like, no. And Kevin is like, hey, come on in. Let me talk to you. What do you have to say? So that's he's very sweet. And obviously a freaking amazing medium. If you guys ever see a medium give names, dates, and evidential evidence like he does, it's not very common. So, thank you so much, Kevin. It's amazing.
You're welcome, and thank you, Susan. And thanks everybody for being here. Always so lovely.
Yes, always so lovely. Yeah. If you want to know about Kevin, kevinlewismedium.com, or is it Kevin Lewis? It's kevinlewismedium.com. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Right. Yeah, you got
and it. I'm susanlynmedium.com. So if you want to know about us, it should be in the description down below. Look us up. Thank you so much for joining us. We do this on occasion, so we're happy to see you. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Take really good care of yourselves.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.
Mm-hmm.